Hi there, this is David, and welcome to the finale of Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky the Third. Today, we're taking on Anima himself, or herself, or itself, because it's a stigma. Yeah. At least it's not a tree. I mean, I've had worse final bosses in my life. Whoa! Oh my god. Holy crap! Looks like a bug. Doesn't even look like a stigma anymore at all. Looks like a giant caterpillar or something. Whoa! But at least we get to fight it in outer space. Oh, it has wings like a butterfly. It just transformed. Went from caterpillar to butterfly. Who knew? Okay. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So first things first, what I want to do is, let's see, where is it? Up, I want to use Clock Up EX on Reese, get her speed going on, and then I'm just going to have her use, let's see, Infinity, Sparrows is fine, whatever. I basically want her to stand still. That is her job. That's it. Stand still, do nothing, you're fine. Richard, though, on the other hand, I'm going to have him use True Luminous Divider over and over and over and over again. Yeah, it's so good. So nice! Okay, what do you have? Let's see. Yeah, just attack. Whatever. I really don't care what Agate does right now. Just do what you do. I'm fine. And then Richard will use another True Luminous Divider. Ooh, it's another turn. You want to try to get in as much damage as you possibly can right now. It is imperative that you get tons of damage in, including using Richard's S-Craft. Use it now!
As clouds fall, Sakura bloom. Fallen warriors gather in the evening room. Sakura's morning moon!
Cool. Reminds me of something from Okami. Look at his CP. That used all 200 of his CP. He's already at 5, and it's just gonna grow. So he'll have plenty of CP left. Do not worry about Richard lacking CP in this battle, because I have that accessory on him that gives him CP after every single round. So now, basically, Anima's little shtick here is he summoned all these pillars who are going to be using tons of arts unless you kill them. And you cannot attack Anima right now. He has some sort of maximum guard going on. So, what we need to do is get rid of these pillars. That's what Agate's here for.
You ready for this?
Bam! Yeah, so I got them really low on their HP. They're still alive, which sucks, but hey, they're slow, especially now that Reese has 50% more speed. So Reese can just go destroying these guys with her Infinity Sparrows that hits like the entire field. Oh, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. Yeah, so got rid of all of those little guys. Now we only have 2 more little spears to deal with. I love how they turn to stone and they just kind of fall away like the salt pail. It's cool. Yeah, the barrier weakens slightly, but he's still pretty damn strong. Okay, so let's see. You know what, actually? Let's use the Ogre Slash on these little guys. I want to use his crafts, even though I can kill these guys in one shot with a regular physical hit. I want to use Richard's crafts because they are just so fast, so that hopefully he'll be able to get more turns to deal more damage to Anima. Oh, does this have a longer range? Does this have a longer range? Damn it. Okay, whatever. Let's have you move over here, just because that will be better in the turn order, I guess. Let's see, can you actually hit this guy? You can! Sweet! Yeah, that kind of sucks with Richard not being able to get in that extra turn there. Like, his delay on using a craft is less than his delay on moving. That's insane! Go ahead and use a Wild Rage on Agate so he gets more CP. Awesome! Yeah, he gets tons of CP in exchange for his HP. So, yeah. And then just have Reese go in and slaughter him. You know what? Let's keep on going. Yeah, so we'll keep on using this so that we can get more turns, and just nail this guy as much as possible. He's not going to kill Agate this turn, so I am not worried about Agate's HP. If Agate needs a heal, I will have either Reese or probably Kevin deal with that. Kevin's kind of my support character during this fight. Whoa! Oh, what do we got here? Oh, he's summoning little guys now, too. Well, that's no good. Let's see. What are these Grand Grimoires? Oh, they explode on death? Oh, well, that's no good. Okay, so, let's see. Yeah, just attack. You're fine. Do whatever it is that you do. And Richard, keep on going. There we are. I'm gonna wait for Reese to take care of the Grimoires. I'm not really concerned about them at all. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I could use Mortal Punishment and that would get rid of... Well, no, it's not... honestly, it's not even worth it. Just attack. Yeah, this guy, not that hard. On a higher difficulty level, then I would have Kevin on healing duty. Like he would be healing Agate. I'd probably have Agate using his Dragon Dive to get rid of multiple targets in case Reese needed to be backup healer. And I would be having, oh, he survived. Sweet. And I'd be having Richard be the main #1 source of damage. Honestly, if you can get through the very first part of the battle, where he summons those pillars and then he starts casting those spells and everything, that's the hardest part, because he casts all hitting spells that hit your entire party for over 10,000 damage. And yeah, if you can get through that, you're good. An easy way of getting through that would be to cast Earth and Wall. Have Kevin or Reese just cast Earth and Wall on your entire party, and that would create an immunity. So that's the easiest way to get rid of this guy, would be to have one person on healing, one person on barrier, and then 2 people on, offense. But either way, we got him. Hey! And there's not it's not a multi-part final boss. Shockingly enough, because it seems like every single other JRPG has multi-part bosses. But we did have a boss gauntlet, so yeah. Wow. Is the stigma still there? Oh, it turned into the blue stigma. The good stigma. The holy stigma. Where'd everybody else go? It's just Kevin and Reese? Oh, yeah, it is. I love the cherry blossoms coming down. It's such a Japanese thing to do, but it's cute. I like it. I approve. And who are you? Oh, hey, Rufina. And you don't look evil. Yeah. Oh, I guess so. Oh. Oh, well, it was really no problem. Oh, we can't give up. We're JRPG heroes. What kind of heroes would we possibly be if we just gave up? Oh, really? Oh, well, that's good at least. Oh, so how can we destroy it? Yeah, but how? Don't tell me, yeah. But we've already killed you once! We have to kill you again? Man. Oh. Oh, well that's good. And then will Phantasma just kind of go away, too? So the stigma actually caused Phantasma to be here as well? It's kind of unusual. Yeah, there's gotta be another way! There's gotta be a third option! there is in every single other JRPG I've ever played. But apparently, not this one. This is the only thing that we can do. Yes, we do indeed have to kill Rufina. That kind of sucks. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that Kevin and Rufina would kind of, get together at the end of this. Maybe they'll get together with Reese. Or somebody else. There is some other, lady in his past, too. Wait, she just said as a mother. Does Rufina have a child? Or was she referring to the way that she kind of raised Kevin and Reese? But I still wouldn't call myself a mother. It's kind of an odd thing to say. Did I miss something? Does she have a kid? Like, for real? Wow. Oh, poor Kevin. This is like torturous. Oh, if you have to kill my sister, I'm gonna kill her too! Wow. That's one thing that I would not want to do. I mean, I get that you want to support Kevin, but you want to support Kevin in killing your sister? I mean, even though she's not really her sister, you know what I mean, viewers. Oh, yeah, he did. Oh. Yeah, but, I mean, Rufina told you to kill her. Wow, you tell him! Oh, yeah, where is Ein, actually? Wonder what she's up to. Oh, that's nice. What a lovely bonding experience! Killing the woman that Kevin loves and Reese's sister. Oh, it's just heartwarming, isn't it? Yeah? What do you mean? Why don't you recommend following in your footsteps? Oh, that's no good. Well, I mean, that's all you can do is try. Oh. Okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah, but I mean, she believes in you. It's a great pep talk, good motivational speaker. If anybody can do it, I'm sure you two can. Oh. Oh. Wow. Oh, well, thanks. This is actually really heartwarming. Like, it's awful what they're doing, but, they have to do it. And they've actually made it kind of a positive experience. It's a hard thing for the writers to do, but I applaud Falcom for doing it, because it's very difficult to write a scene this way. Whoa! Oh, and here I was thinking that she was just a spirit, but she actually physically got hit by the arrow. Wow. You know, these writers, they really do an excellent job writing the scripts of these games, and these games are massive. Bigger than many novels, actually. And, like, they just do such a great job. Games have really come so far. Like, I remember the days of the NES, where there was, like, you know, it was, go rescue the princess, you know? And that was pretty much it. You know, you got dialogue in the town, and, you know, there was dialogue in the beginning of the game, dialogue at the towns, dialogue at the end of the game. You know, that was pretty much it. It was a big deal whenever, like, Dragon Warrior 4 came out, and, you know, you got backstories on your party members. Like, you know, Talon's backstory, or Nera and Mara, or Princess Alina and all them. Like, that was a huge deal to even know something about your party members. Because, you know, think about it, before then there was just Final Fantasy, where you choose 4 random people. There was Dragon Warrior 2, where pretty much you're a prince or you're a princess. That's it. And Dragon Warrior 3, where you grab, you know, 3 people from Louisa's Tavern. So that was like a big deal, and that's what I grew up with. And you go from that to this. It's like night and day. I can't say enough applauding Falcom for what they do, and the stories that they create, and the worlds that they craft. It's just amazing. Oh, so you guys were still there, but we weren't? We were like some alternate plane? Oh. Huh. So that only really happened in your mind. You weren't actually there. Well, that's interesting. Oh, well, great, yeah. Yeah, we, kind of killed the woman that I love. Yeah, I like how he just said, we just had to say farewell to Rufina, not that we killed Rufina. Nice subtle difference there. Oh, what do you mean? Why? What's happening? Oh, yeah. Oh. So we can go home? Hopefully? Please? I love Estelle. Oh, yeah. Oh, the gates of heaven. Wait, where are we going? Are we dead? Why are you opening up the gates of heaven? Okay. Oh. Oh! Well, great. So we're already in hell, then we're gonna pass through the gates of heaven, which I guess would get us to our world, which would be purgatory? I don't know. Beats me. I'm just going along for the ride. Who knows? I shouldn't think too hard about this. Because you always know what happens when you think too hard about a JRPG. You'll just go crazy. Again with that runic script. Oh, well, there it is. It's kind of nice. Oh, very cool. Which reminds me of something from Ys Origins. Such a good game. Loved that game. I actually beat it with all 3 party members. And I don't really do that with many games. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. So their real lives wouldn't be disrupted that much. Oh. We really don't have time to stand around and talk. She just said that this place was gonna explode and, like, go away and we're all gonna die if we stay here, so let's stand around and talk for a year and a day, like all good JRPG heroes do. Oh, you guys are leaving? Because Zin has, like, no relevance to the story and we wonder why he's even in the game, so he's gonna go? I mean, that could work. Oh, I guess so. Okay. You know, if you're the oldest member of the group, Richard, you really have nice skin. What's your secret? Oh. Oh, he's sweet. Yeah, I mean, what could we possibly do without you? You're incredibly overpowered, and, like, we couldn't have been able to kill the final boss without you. You're amazing! Yeah, bye, Zin. You sucked in the first game. Actually, you were halfway decent in the second game. You sucked at the third game, too. So, leave. Bye. I still don't know why you're in my party. Oh, that's right, he's going over to Calvard, to Kilika. I hope to God that we get to see Zin hanging out with Kilika in Cold Steel 3. That would be really cool if we ever get to visit Calvard. Maybe in like an intermission or something. That'd be nice. I mean, we did get the intermission in Cold Steel 2, and apparently there's intermissions in the Crossbell games as well. So that'd be a nice thing to kind of pop over and visit. Aww. Well, see you guys. One completely useless, one far too useful, but thanks. Oh, you're leaving? I figured that you would stick around for a while, Oliver. Where are you going? Oh. Okay. Yeah, no kidding. Aww, I'll be your prince. That'd be nice. Yeah, it is unusual, but he does a complete 180 in the Cold Steel games. But you know, it makes sense because his kingdom's like in peril and he kind of has to get his act together. So I get it. Wait, to what? What'd you say to Shara? Say yes? Wait. What? Did I miss something here? Wow. Did Oliver propose to Shara? Or are they talking about something stupid like, you know, going out and drinking again? I kind of feel like they're talking about something stupid because I don't think that Oliver could just marry whoever he wants to marry. I would imagine he would have an arranged marriage. And it's not like he had any kind of love interest in the Cold Steel games either. Oh, well, yeah. Okay. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh. I can actually picture Reese working in a church. Kevin, not so much. Wow. Maybe he just likes you, Vander. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Come on now. It's flattering to get hit on by a prince. I'd be flattered. Hell, I'd be more than flattered. So, who's up next? Oh. Mind spilling the beans, Shara? You're not gonna tell us what happened between you and Oliver? Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that is true. Yeah, Joshua and Estelle are going to be over in Crossbell looking out for, Renee. Unless, you know, Renee goes back to live with them. Because isn't that what they wanted? Like, Cassius said that it would be okay if, the three of them, you know, lived together. I'm pretty sure I remember that. Oh, why? Because they're cute? Seriously, on Lace? Like, come on now, grow up. Oh, she's sweet though. Her ice cream spots. Your scary boy toy. Oh, Agate's not that scary. Yeah, come on now. Agate's kind of cute in a rugged way. What's that? Well, of course she does. She says that she doesn't, but you know that she secretly does. Yeah. Like, this place really should have exploded by now. I mean, Celeste really did say, you know, there's only a couple more minutes left until this place is gone, and everybody's gonna stand around and talk for 20 minutes. Sure. Oh. I love how they're even leaving together. Oh, they're so cute together. Oh. See ya. Oh. Oh, well, it shouldn't be that long. Well, of course. Yeah, no kidding. Can we just get like a kid in our party who isn't like a master of orbal technology? Like just a little kid who doesn't have some huge powerful archaism with them. Like Milliam had it, Tita has it, Renee has it. Is there any kid who has joined us who doesn't? Well, I guess Tio in Trails of Zero doesn't, but she's not really a kid either. I mean, she is, she's 14, but like, how old is Tita? I think she's 12? Oh, well then don't, because Tita's parents are crazy! Yeah, well at least her mother is pretty damn crazy. Crazy and evil. Oh, that's nice. Oh. Yeah, that was, different. Oh, okay, thanks. I think that's Agate's way of saying that, you know, he likes you. He had a good time. Yeah, so, let's go. Let's see. I'm gonna guess Chloe and Julia are next. It's the next pair, yeah. Oh, and Sieg, too. Nice touch, I forgot about him. Oh, yeah. Why does her name say Princess Claudia? Like, all the names are so formal in this game. Why doesn't it just say, you know, Chloe? Or, like, maybe even just Claudia, but why Princess Claudia? It's just odd. Yeah, what do you want with Josette? Josette should have been the first one to leave. I can't stand Josette. Ugh. She's so useless. And who is she gonna leave with? Like, she's not gonna go with Joshua, and God knows she's not gonna go with Estelle. And it wouldn't make sense for her to leave with Renee. Who is she gonna leave with? Everybody else is leaving with, you know, groups of 2. Baking and handicrafts? Seriously? A drunk palm. Oh, these two. I'm gonna miss their bickering. Oh, why not? Oh, that is true. everybody has to beat themselves up about this. You know, come on now, Chloe. Like, you're very capable, you're very intelligent. You don't need to go around and compare yourself to everybody else and then, you know, put yourself down. That's what Kevin did for the entire game. There's really no need for it. Oh, yeah. Just follow your own path. You know, you do you. Aww. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, shouldn't be a problem. Oh, see ya! I love how C gets to fly on in there. You know, it's nice having Chloe, who we've had in all 3 games, leave, and then Julia, who, you know, we've only had in, well, a little bit of second chapter, and now here, and then they just kind of go off together. It's nice. I also love that Josette doesn't have a friend to leave with. She's going all on her own because no one likes you, Josette. Yeah. If you weren't such a bitch the entire time, then maybe you'd have a little friend that could leave with you. But you don't! Wow, and here she is at the end, still trying to steal her man. Yeah, you can just stuff it, Josette. Why the hell would Joshua ever want to go with Josette when he has Estelle? Estelle's like the best. Whoa. Yeah, poor Joshua. Man, he's got whipped. Oh, what do you mean? Maybe they do have something in common? Oh. Oh, that is true. Oh, I don't think so, but we'll learn more about that in Trails of Zero. That is very true, actually. Like, Josette and Estelle really are very similar. They're both tomboys, they both just kind of want to be adventurers, they both just are, you know, looking for love and everything. It's just a shame that they both love the same man. Laters! See ya! Alone, by yourself, with no friends. Oh, Renee, yeah, you've been quiet, seriously. Because they're happy to go home, they're happy to see their loved ones, they're happy to get out of hell. Yeah, but if we stay here, we're going to die? And you kind of thought that we were stuck here forever? I mean, just a thought. Oh, that is true, the garden would still be here. But would you really just want to stay in the garden for the rest of your life? Oh, I feel bad for Renee. She doesn't want to go back to the real world because, you know, the real world has been so hard on her. And she actually secretly loves every single person here, including Joshua and Estelle. And she doesn't want to lose anybody else. I mean, she's already lost so many people. She lost her parents. She lost her little imaginary friends in the paradise. She lost who she thought were her friends in Ouroboros whenever she left. I mean, she never really had anybody by her side. Oh, but this hurts. You know, well, yeah, you were able to accept his death, but it didn't hurt because you didn't love Louvre. But you love everybody here, so now whenever you're, you know, leaving them or they're leaving you, of course it's going to hurt. Of course you're going to grieve. But, you know, we can see everybody again. Oh. I feel bad for Renee. Poor girl. You know, Renee actually has grown on me. At the beginning, well, actually, starting in the second chapter, I couldn't stand Renee. And then when she came in here, too, I was like, ugh, God, this bitch is joining us again. But the more that I've gotten to know her story, and then I see her, and I really take her where she is, I mean, like, you know, you come down to her level and you try to think about things from her point of view. I get it. I totally get it. And, you know, I still don't like how she throws her little temper tantrums and she screams and she says, I hate you, and blah, blah, blah. That still gets on my last nerve. But, like, I like her, you know? Sweet girl. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, you don't really want to think about it, but it's true. Oh, wow. Estelle's already contemplating divorce? Like, holy shit, Estelle. That escalated quickly. Oh, yeah. Put on a fake smile and don't talk about your feelings. That'll help everything. Oh, yeah. You know, why don't you just jump on Pater Mater whenever you get back, and then head on over to Joshua and Estelle's house? I mean, you can do that. You have the ability to. Aww. Yeah. Wow, Estelle's like really like... Good for you, Estelle. Man, just like letting her know, like just putting her heart out there and just trying her best to make Renee feel better. What's that? What do you want to do? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was talking about this earlier. We heard about this, I believe, at the end of second chapter. Whenever Cassius said that it would be fine if, Renee came to live with them. Wait, what? What's going on? Wait, why? I thought that's what you wanted, Renee. Why are you running away? Seriously? Wow. I guess she doesn't want to rush into anything. Maybe she's scared that if she gets too close to Joshua and Estelle, that they'll leave her too, and then she'll be left with nothing, and then it will really hurt even more than it already does. That's the only thing I can think of here. Wow, Renee. And just whenever I think I was, like, warming up to you. And off she goes. To be continued in Trails of Zero. Oh, yeah. Even though this place is, like, you know, getting destroyed and everything, and, gonna fall into ruins, and if you don't leave, you're gonna get trapped in hell, they've had time to, you know, say their darkest, deepest, innermost feelings. What do you mean the hardest part is yet to come? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean leaving Kevin and Reese? Yeah, more than likely. Aww, I hope so. I really do hope that Joshua and Estelle do find Renee, and they do find happiness together, and they do kind of, you know, treat her as a sister, or raise her as, you know, a younger daughter, I guess. Yeah, you know, world peace and all that. Oh, what's going on? Oh, you mean we've actually stood around in a place and just blabbed on and on and on for way too long, and now there's actually a consequence to that? Are we gonna be stuck here for the rest of our lives? No, we're still going to keep on talking. Wait, forgotten? Oh, Gilbert! I forgot all about him! Well, at least he made it. I forgot about him and everything. Yeah, he got in his little tard cart and helped us, I guess. You know. At least he made it out alive. Oh, that is true. Celeste kind of has a lot on her plate right now. Oh. You know, I thought you were so big and bad and powerful. Like, you couldn't take care of this guys, Gilbert? Yeah, go on. Go. I guess so. Not really, though. Okay. I don't think so. I don't think you're gonna go up in rank, and I don't think you're gonna get any stronger anytime soon, Gilbert. You're gonna be a weak-ass loser the rest of your days. That's fine, though. Fits his character. I like Gilbert being a loser. It's fun. Seriously, guys, go! Oh my god, go! Holy crap! Yeah, but first, let's talk some more! Yeah. Oh. So you'll just fade away with the rest of Phantasma. Oh, that's right, the cube. Huh. Well, who? Oh, yeah, so he's gonna give it to Tita's mother? Yeah, but she's crazy! She's like for real certifiable! Why would you give it to her? Give it to somebody with some sanity! Oh, yeah. That'd be nice. Okay, and at this point, the game kind of takes over, and I'm going to tell you this right now. There's not going to be any time for me to do any sort of customary review because a song is going to be coming on, and I'm going to be quiet during that song, but I will just say this. The game was fantastic. Oh, what's this? Nice ending, by the way. Nice song. Like with the cube, too, how it kind of lost its power and everything. Oh, Merkaba #1. The leader of the Dominions. Like, that's Ein, right? Yeah, it is. The 6? Oh. Wait, you only wanted to confirm the safety of them? Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, no kidding. No one was expecting that. Oh, what do you mean? In what way? Oh, yeah, he would. He's a nice guy. Oh, yeah, he probably just wouldn't say anything about it. Well, yeah, that's... yeah. Seriously, you really took the words right out of my mouth, Kevin. Oh, what's that? Oh, what do you want to ask? Sorry, I went a little bit too fast there. Oh, you want to change your title? Why do you want to change your title? Oh. Like, what? Huh. So you don't want to quit being a Dominion, just want to change your title? What does it matter what your title is? If you're still going to be doing what you're doing and hunting heretics and, being a Dominion, the hell does it matter what your stupid title is? Who cares? Oh, well, at least you can do it. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Something cool. Black Arrow. Yeah, none of those really fit. Like, again, what does it matter what your title is if you're just gonna think of something off the cuff and cool? Who cares? Give me a break. Oh, what's the advice? Oh, I like it. I love this, like, the sky, too. Every time I see it, it reminds me of Bahamut Lagoon. Such a good game. Speaking of good games, this game, like I said, absolutely fantastic. It was everything I wanted and more in a finale to the Trails in the Sky series. I loved every second of it. Hope that you guys enjoyed it also as much as I enjoyed making it. I do have some bonus episodes planned later on for the trails in the chest and the various books that are over in the garden and all that kind of stuff. So hope you guys stick around for that. And as always, have a good day.